Hello, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I wanted to continue the Semitic language series, this time with Arabic. As a little background, I learned Arabic in 2009 at the University of Geneva in a kind of free auditor, 12 credit classes, which didn't count for my bachelor's degree at the time, though. So I did it by the side. So it didn't give me any credit, but I love the languages and I still love it. And I'm trying to get back to it a little bit. So I'm borrowing from my method that I used in Tigrinya also and see what's left of my Arabic, what maybe even got better over time, and try to do it first with the Quran, because I think the Quran is like a big base of Arabic language, of course, and had a big impact even for the modern languages that developed from it, like the modern dialects. I have a little bit of notions of the Lebanese dialect since I did an exchange year at the University Saint Joseph in Beirut back in, I think, also 2009, just afterwards. But I didn't learn much, especially not classical Arabic, but dialect a little bit. And I would really love to get back into the language, and maybe I can get it up to a level of Tigrinya. Let's see what's left of it first and how it works. I opened a site called oran.com in order to learn right now. It's just the first thing that popped up, what I found as a search result. And I think I explored a little bit the site before. I think it's pretty good in that it offers several kind of Arabic scriptures that you can adapt, so there's enough adaptability for the user. It offers translation, sometimes even too much detail of the translation and too fast. What I don't like about it is, for example, that it gives you directly the translation in English, which makes you a bit lazy and maybe rely too much on the translation instead of, like, first of all trying out yourself. But I try to read the whole surat here, which is the surat let me try to read it. Surat Al Fatiha. So Surat Al Fatiha, is it called? I think the beginning, the opening. Miftah in Tigrinya is also like opening. So it's the opening surat, like surat, I guess. What is surat directly? I know surah means picture, but I don't know if that's related, but it's like the opening verse, I would say, of the Quran. So what I will do is I will try to read the whole thing first, see what kind of things struck me in it, what I understand maybe already. It's a bit pitiful that the translation is already there, because I would like to do it first of all by myself, but okay, I try to not look at it too much and see what stuck, so that if there's any grammatical things that I observe which I want to delve in further or not. So let's start. Surat Al-Fatiha. Bismillahi ar-Rahmani ar-Rahimi. Alhamdulillahi Rabbi al-Alamin. Ar-Rahmani ar-Rahimi. Maliki Yawmiddini. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'inu. Ahdina as-sirata al-mustaqima. Sirata adina an'amata alihim ghairi al-maghdubi alihim wala ad-dallina. Okay, that was the first reading. I didn't understand much, but it's normal for a first reading. Let me get the speaking of a native speaker. Let's start from the beginning.
باسمي
Bismi. No, I don't want that. I figured that out before. There's a guy who translates every word by word, which can be good. I think he has a bit of a strange accent.
Allahi.
Allahi, okay. Here, I think the
Ar-Rahmani.
ra is a bit strange, but ra, I would say, but ra is also okay. It's like ra, ra,
Ar-Rahmani.
rahmani. It says it a bit ra, but it's probably also in Amharic people do that sometimes. They don't say ra, they say ra. So it's okay, but let's go for the whole surat. Can I put it in? Is it possible?
Bismi.
اهدنا
Ah,
الصراط
here's the full audio
المستقيم
track. Yeah, I tried to play around before.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Great, a very beautiful recitation, I think. So he recited it like in the it's a Quranic verse, so it's a religious one, and he recited it in a religious way, which I think is really beautiful. Of most Quranic recitations are really beautiful, and this one too. What I figured out is he doesn't pronounce the last vowels, which is interesting since they are in written. So I guess it's more of a written help to understand the grammar instead of the spoken word, which the recitation has more it's more emphasized on, I would say. For example, here, if we hear it again, I read it as Bismillahi ar-Rahmani ar-Rahimi, as it is written in the text also. This E in the end means Rahimi, but the speaker says Bismillahi ar-Rahmani ar-Rahim. So he doesn't pronounce the yim in the end. This little thing is called yim. What I was also interested in is this one here, how it is pronounced. It's like a prolongation of the aleph, I think, to kind of link these two words or these two words or these two words. But he pronounces a little bit the u in it if you listen closely. Let's listen again.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
So have you listened it? He said Bismillahi, a little u is in there, Lahi or Rahmani or Rahim, but he doesn't pronounce the yim in the end, so that's pretty cool. So let's dip a bit into the word by word translation and what I remember from my classes. So B is in, or something similar to Rini, I think, in, which, well, here we have the translation, in the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful. B, in, makes sense. B, ismi, ism, is a name in Arabic, so it means name. So in the name, the E refers to something, I guess. Usually in Arabic it's right to left, so it could mean to the next one. So the next one is God here, Allahi, in the name of God, refers again to something. Rahim, Rahmani, Rahmani. Here you have the little liaison that they do in Arabic, like the linking of the alif, lam, and then ra. But the ra is pronounced not the lam here. This is called the sun letter in Arabic. I remember there were sun and moon letters, and the sun letters, you drop the linkage, the in-between consonants. So here the lam, say ar-Rahmani instead of al-Rahmani. So the L is dropped, the lam is dropped, ar-Rahmani. Listen. We do it again. Chap. Ply. This was a bit worse. Let me do it again.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
He says even Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So there's more woo in here, the liaison. Here also a little bit, you still hear the wow, but a little bit only in this liaison, I call it link. From liaison French, it means linking, basically, like flowing together. And I feel like Arabic is a much better flowing together language as Tigrinya, for example. Tigrinya feels more broken in between. Arabic really flows, and you see it kind of in the writing also. It flows nicely together like a written language, like a handwritten language, I feel. So, Bismillahi ar-Rahmani ar-Rahim means in the name of God, here linked to the, I guess, compassionate, ar-Rahmani ar-Rahim, the compassionate, the merciful. So, Rahman, compassionate, Rahim, merciful. Interesting is that the translation says the most passionate, most merciful. Where do they make the most out? I can't see the most here, but I see compassionate and merciful. But that could become clearer with the grammar later. Also, I don't understand exactly still the yim here, why e, and in the end the e, and why it's dropped in the spoken languages, but I guess that's due to spoken. I know the dialects nowadays also, they don't have many of these vowels that indicate grammar basically, but still in the spoken of this Quranic verse he says Allahi Rahmani, but not the Rahim at the end. Listen again.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
And it could make sense because it's more of a link. You see the language flows nicely together. It's like Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So it's like linking everything beautiful and nicely together. Okay, next, let's say paragraph, or I don't know, next sentence. Alhamdu lillahi rabbi al-alamin. Okay, Alhamdu, I guess hamd means praise or thanks. Here we see it also, praise or thanks. Hamd is the like name also. So I guess it means praise or thanks, probably more praise, but I'm not so good in Arabic, of course, after all these 15 years. Alhamdu lillahi, I would guess the li means for, but it's also in the name of Allah. It's spelled, as we can see here. No, no, there's still the alif in front of Allah. So li Allahi, the alif is missing. Li, but the lams are linked together, which is normal when Allah is spelled. Li, it means also in Amharic, for example, le, for something. So alhamdu, thanks and praises for God, Allahi, li Allahi, and here the link with the e again. So I guess it means the, or like referring to Allah again, like before the e. Rabbi, Rabb is a word for God. I know it in many languages, not in Tigrinya though, but for like Semitic languages, I think even the Jewish have something similar, but I'm not sure about. I don't know really Hebrew at all. But Rabbi,
Rabbi,
it says Rabbi. Let's continue again. Play this part.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Okay, we have it here to 10, but it was at 3 before, so we can put it back, the soundtrack, later. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. This is interesting. Alameen, Alam in Tigrinya means world also. Alam, I guess in Arabic too, but in the end. I know the plural form in spoken Lebanese, for example, Ana ta'aben means, or taben, I know, ta'aben, I think. I'm tired, very tired, but it comes from the plural form of the duality, basically. So actually he's not talking of the world, but the plural form, the worlds, like also here, the translation states the worlds, not the world, so he's not Lord of the world. So Rabbi means Lord, Rabb. Rabb means Lord. Rabbi is here due to the yim, is due to the linking of the next one. The Lord of, again of. Al-Alamin, the worlds, or the universe here translated, or maybe the multiverse, you could have the same, but the plural form of the world. Al-Alamin, the at the end is interesting. I don't know why that is. Maybe you put it here because it's a plural instead of something else, the e here, but in the spoken it's not pronounced as we hear. Let's listen to it again.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. He makes it nice, long, the yim in this singing version. I'm trying to speak like the guy, so he's singing, so that's why I'm also singing a bit. But it's okay. Then the next one, it's like almost like a and, but it's a linking together. Rahmani Rahimi again here, but he will probably not pronounce the E at the end. Rahman, we learned Rahman. Rahman means the gracious. We heard Rahman. So the gracious, Rahim, the merciful. Again, the most. Where do they get the most from? Maybe it's context implied, but we'll see. Maybe later. Let's listen to it first.
الرحمن الرحيم.
Yes, and again, he didn't say the yim at the end, but this one, yes, for the linking purpose. Okay. Maliki Yaumi Adini. Adin, I guess. So, master, Malik, it's like Amlak. For example, in Tigrinya, Amlak means the one who sends a message, but the A in front of it makes it the one who sends. I don't think it would be message, so maybe he's the message himself, Maliki. I don't know, but it's also Malik, like I think it's even called king, so master, ruler, kind of, in Arabic probably more. Malik, Maliki, again the linking to the grammar part here. Maliki, Yaumi. Yaum would be, Yaum is usually I know it for day of the, so the E, maybe they included in the translation here, means of the something. Maliki, the master. This interesting is if they say that it's not al in front of it, but maybe it's implied from the context, since this is a whole surat referring to what has been said before and not like an independent sentence. So Maliki Yaumi ad-din. Dini. Deen means judgment then, okay? Dini. Let's continue.
مالك يوم الدين.
Maliki Yawmiddin. Okay, interesting, sir. Yeah, Yamki Yawmi, the day of the judgment, the day of the judgment, I would say. King of the day of the judgment, or Al-Din, which refers to Malik, which is why not the Al has to be in front of it. But I'm not sure of the grammar. I learned it very long time ago, and I would like to refresh it, and that's why I'm doing this. Din, okay, still very beautiful. Next one. Iyaka, I don't know Iyaka. Iyaka, you alone, okay. Iyaka, you usually means anta in Arabic. But the ka in the end refers to you too, usually. In Tigrinya also, we have nisakha or nisaka for you. And here it could be like a hint, at least, that it's about you in the form of you in masculine form. Iyaka, here this above with this little sign means it's a long one. Here's a hamza, so it's a glottal stop. They call it like a little stop. Here Iyaka na'abudu. Abudu is funny. Ibd in Tigrinya means crazy, but here it means worship. Na'abudu, the na in front, na'abudu, it means we probably. Na'abudu, we worship. The u, I don't know. Na'abudu, we worship. Iyaka na'abudu, maybe it refers to him. We worship, but this is grammar. This is later. Wa iyaka, so you, we worship, and you alone, they say. Okay, so it's another form of saying you, but you alone. Iyaka, wa iyaka. Again, we. Nasta'ibu, ask for Ista'ibu. Okay, we ask for help. Interesting. Continue. Let's play it.
إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم.
There's another b in the end. I said boo, but it's n. إياك نعبد إياك نستعين. We are asking for نستعين. نستعين. استعين استعين استعينوا نستعينوا نستعينوا نستعينوا. So we ask for help. Interesting. Didn't know that word as well. Aswal, I know for like question in Arabic, but I don't see the relation here. Ista'inu. Okay. But does he pronounce actually the U at the end this time? Let's see.
المستقيم.
No, this is too far advanced. Where was it?
المستقيم.
Sorry, I'm a bit with the timing not right. Here it is. Let's go. See?
نستعين.
No, he doesn't do it. He doesn't say the U at the end. So this is really a spoken thing. You drop it off. This is maybe just in the written language. Dina, guide us. Dina, like the na in the end, like similar to Tigrinya, also us, but in a form of the past, it would be in Tigrinya. Dina, ou bien, it is like a command or something, you know, like, or asking of somebody. Then in the end of the word, you have the suffix na, because it refers to us. Guide us, Dina, so we ask or we pray him to guide us. Dina. Dina. Again, it's a sun word, sun letter. So Asirata. Here you see the little alif also in the writing, not only above. Asirata. Ta. Mustaqim. Mustaqim is a straight path, I get. Guide. Israta. Okay, let's continue.
اهدنا
Ihdina.
الصراط
Sirata. The path. Okay, the path is Sirata. Okay, Sirata. Path, interesting. Sirata.
المستقيم.
Mustaqim. Mustaqim is path, straight. We said it is again with im at the end. We had Rahim, Mustaqim. This could be an adjective form. No? Before it was the Rahim, was the, what was it? Merciful and straight. These are both adjectives. So the im in the end could indicate adjectives maybe. Let's have the native speaker saying it.
اهدنا الصراط المستقيم.
Nice. Okay. Sirata, the path. Sirata is again in the above. I don't know why it's but maybe it's just a word that's Sirata. I have to go into the Arabic grammar at one point. الذين okay, the L here is linked, so longer and emphasized. الذين أنعمت. What does it mean? Those of الذي. Okay, هذا I would say in Lebanese, but Dina, those of Dina, those of أنعمت. Yeah, I made a mistake. An'amta, here's a hamza, so it blocks basically the consonant. It doesn't have anything on top. It's just so meme just An'amta. It means you have bestowed your favors. Na'amta, maybe it's from na'am, from yes, so favor. So he says, yes, he made us. If it's like in Tigrinya, the a could serve as the one who makes us. It could be translated as bestowed us favors. Na'amta عليهم عليهم. على, I know على means on. عليهم, them. ihim, probably them. And let me see the whole. Surata, the path that you have granted us, probably. عليهم, on them. You blessed, not you have granted him. غيري, change. I know غير means change, like غير in Tigrinya, but no, here it means not change, but not of. غيري, not of. So it's a different meaning from what I knew it. I knew غير means change. He is not of. Okay, but it kind of linked. At least it's not. It's like opposites, which could be changed, means also like turning things around. So not of. Off, the E at the end means off, probably. It's good. Always off. But here, where's the A? It's also off. So probably just a different grammatically intrinsic thing. Not off. Al-mafdubi.
المغضوب
Maghdubi. I made a mistake. It's not fa. It's rein instead of fa. Al-maghdubi. Al-maghdubi. So those who earned your right.
المغضوب
Al-maghdubi. Okay. عليهم.
عليهم
Okay, ihim, we have it again. On themselves here. On them, also عليهم. عليهم, same thing. It's just spelled in a different way. The meme at the end. I don't know why exactly, what the reason is, but maybe it's just a graphical. Because sometimes Arab words can be spelled differently also, according to the style that you choose. Alihim, but it's also end position, so you could probably also make this at the end. But not sure. Etymologically, maybe it has a history and a reason why it's spelled here this way and here this way. Wala means usually or in Arabic. Here it means and not. Okay. Okay. No, I'm more confusing it in Tigrinya actually. Wala in Tigrinya means or, but here in Arabic it means wa la. It's actually two words, and wa la, not, and not al lean, those who go astray of.
الضالين
Oh la la, this guy is okay. He's really stressing the da. Okay, al-dalin. Okay, the alif is long. It makes it in purpose. Look, the alif is long. Here's even elongated, and the liaison making. And here it's extremely long. There's a huge alif on top of it, plus this sign which already stretched it. So.
الضالين
But here also the l has the longer sign a bit, but he stresses the eem here. Dalin. It's also a sun letter, I think, so it's the l shouldn't be pronounced. Yeah, he doesn't pronounce it really. Dalin. Let's listen to the recitation. Maybe more beautiful.
صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير
صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم. أنعمت. He says, but he only says like أنعمت and here, but he said أنعمت. It's spelled.
المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين
Again.
المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين
ولا الضالين. Those who go astray off. Okay. The lean, probably off, lean, off it or something. Lean. Okay, it's part 5, but the Oh, let me tell you, this is a more complex sentence, but it's interesting. Surata adina an'amta alayhim. Let's have the whole thing. Let's go back. Why it doesn't show it again?
صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Yeah, غيري. He said, okay. Surata nadina an'amta عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Okay, this is an interesting one. It was a great refresher of Arabic, I think. And what I figure out from this, it's great to have text and speech. But the speech, I like it much more. But if you want to go into the little details of the grammar and see every word pronounced, I think this word by word translation, like this one here,
المغضوب,
is great too, since you can have like the words, how they should be pronounced in a way of like a real learner. But then the flow and the rhythm, and it's like a song, you know, and you can learn really great with songs in general. And this meanings, if you get them too, and they are helping you also in your mental states and learning, I think it can be really great to learn it in an auditive way a lot. Let's listen to it full.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Great, beautiful text, but it's very interesting. What I'm figuring is also to when you compare it with, for example, Tigrinya, as in all language, you have what is called false friends also, like words that have a similar sound or sound like the same, but have a different or like almost opposite meaning. For example, we have this na'abudu, means here we worship. Na'abudu, like I said in Tigrinya, na'abud would be we get crazy, like we are crazy in Tigrinya. We say worshipping is tzalot, is like worshipping, I think, like an intense form of worshipping is tzalot. So, which is also related to kind of a similar word to hate. But I mean, these are very intensive feelings, I would say, and languages sometimes differ like in very little degrees in their meaning, which could don't make like a big impact on the reception of the word and what is actually meant. That is very interesting. I will continue the Arabic study and think the Quranic Arabic would be great actually. Maybe I will download something also as an audio, like maybe only this one, since my learning is to go really into detail. And as I so far learned, when I start into detail and really have a good idea of why, like the simplest things, like the simplest phrase, also these little grammatical things are as they are, it will get much easier to progress. And then, you know, incremental returns, you will easily learn the rest of the language or more easily than if you just skip these parts who seem insignificant details but could make a whole lot of difference. Anyhow, it was a pleasure for me to reconnect a little bit with Arabic, and I will surely do that since I didn't quit it. Never did I quit it, but I just didn't find the time. And also, like, you know, when you learn a lot of things, sometimes you are straying around all over. It's kind of important to keep those things that are dear to you in your life and not lose them, but make them better also. Same goes for the Spanish also, but I put it aside for now because it's very easy to learn the Spanish since it's so related to one of my native tongues, which was French. And it's pretty easy to grasp it. Arabic and also Tigrinya. Tigrinya was a real struggle to learn since there's so few materials and I had to learn it from zero myself. I think Arabic could be a big bit easier, but there is like these things like these false friends and these things that make it difficult too. But just the flow of the language seems easier, like it's more flowing, it comes a bit more natural. The positions of the verbs, for example, in Tigrinya, are the ones that still get me every time to like completely change my mind system when I have to switch to Tigrinya. In Arabic, it seems a bit less, and I really like the sound of the language. So we'll see. I hope you like this video, and tune in for the next one whenever it may come. But I enjoyed this little time off and to double with the things that I love. Have a good second day of the week. And I wish you all the success in life, and hope to have you soon again among my followers. Have a good day. Bye bye.